And this exhibition shows the results of the investigation made about the origin and development of the spatial archetype of a tripartite house with an intermediate hall in England and in Bogota. Three main areas are part of this exhibition: the genealogy over the house in England between the 14th and 19th century, variations over the house of Bogota of English style between 1930 and 1950, and also interpretations about the modern house in Bogota between 1945 and 1965. In the three sections, we had some panels of the exhibition where we emphasize a graphical comparison analysis and representations of the houses following the intermediate hall as a cross-section, a part of the house. So, Alan, please tell us a little bit about the museography of the exhibition.
Well, I'm very impressed by the thoroughness and complexity of the exhibition. When I first looked at the examples, it struck me it's a very formalist approach, quite scientific. The use of the word evolution is, to me, an interesting one, because I've been thinking quite a lot about the impact of evolutionary theory on our views about architecture. The idea that there is progress, the progress is linear, it may be affected by outside causes, but it can be read back from the, as it were, the product, the symptom, which I think is what this exhibition is doing, that simply by looking at shapes, essentially, we know what we need to know, and we can make the connections accordingly. I think my alternative view of this, and it's not an unusual one, is that actually it's about people and society, and about a lot of stuff the buildings cannot show us. Even from the quite recent past, we have to have a very clear idea about behavior, social conventions, and how houses were structured around those. Of course, houses are very flexible. You can inhabit them in many different ways, but to know more about social class, gender differences, who was supposed to meet or talk to whom and in what circumstances, I think is endlessly fascinating. The houses are the theatre, as it were, in which this takes place, but they are not the drama.